When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the Glass Bowl in Toledo, Ohio, and home to the Toledo Rockets. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Toledo Rockets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Rockets will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So Ohio State's offense will get the first swing of the game. It's often said quarterback is the most high-profile position in sports, and when you have a guy like this, how could it not be?
Yeah, he's the guy that the defense is going to be keying on. They've had all week long to watch film to get ready for him. But, David, when you have his kind of athletic ability and his kind of arm talent, he is so difficult to stop.
Yeah, you can have all week. You can have all season. This guy is so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They trust him. They know what he brings to the table. This offense revolves around what he can do.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. From the gun, running back on the move. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Dropping back, it's Canty. Takes a hit as he fires. Grab near the sticks, it's Buck. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the single back. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Off play action on 1st down. Makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? This opening drive, methodical, efficient. They'll snap it from the 9th time on 3rd and short. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, you're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it, even if you don't win.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And 1st and goal, I think a lot of people get very conservative. Let's run the football. You know, let's be very predictable. You can't be predictable, right, Palmer? You got to be aggressive, but...
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Toledo Rockets offense has the ball for the first time. Defense in press coverage. Looking downfield on first down. A strike downfield. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Here's the handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Third down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And how about this defense? Your offense goes right down the field, scores on the first drive, and now you come out, get a big sack on third down, and force a punt. You talk about creating momentum early and shutting the home crowd up. Mission accomplished.
And the Rockets will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking to take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
This offense is being aggressive, and they keep going back to the same guy. We're early in the game in the first quarter. This guy's already scored a touchdown, so if I'm a quarterback, keep trying to get him the football. He's winning his matchups one-on-one. Nice job by the defense on that play, but don't lose focus if you're the QB here. Keep trying to find your big-time playmaker.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for one. Oh, he's got some space. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Well, this is an offense that really prides themselves on running the football, and there was no question they were going to go for it there on 4th and short. Not only did they get the first down, they rip off an explosive play on the ground.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Canty. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and 1.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the tight end. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He finds a soft spot in the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The Rockets with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the ground with the back. Nice move there. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a 1st down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Rockets in the hurry up. Now the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
The Rockets will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. They'll leave it with him. Hard running there. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
With the catch, it's Buck. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And that's the end of the line on that run, and it's the end of the line for the 1st quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. To the air, it's Canty. Fires left. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Wide receiver going in motion. On fourth down, looking to pass. Finds his man. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
He's got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. They had to punt last time they had it. Highly unlikely that'll happen here, barring utter disaster. Great field position. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Let's talk for a second about Toledo. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. Three-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. Fires into traffic, picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Turning it on! Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
Past the 40. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Canty. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, Oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Hands it off. Plows through the defense. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Buckeyes have moved it inside the 20. Give to the running back. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Rockets offense is back on the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something.
And the Rockets are in the hurry-up.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back.
There he goes. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Rockets have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Under fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down will be the last resort. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it out. It's Presley. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking for a man. It's Canty. Floating away. He'll pull it down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. The give to the lone running back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down.
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Breaks into the open. He's at the slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And the Rockets want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now in the same way.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Buckeyes line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He's going for the big play. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Rockets come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
And the Rockets line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. You don't always have to block the punt to impact it, and that pressure did that time. And there he goes. Made a defender miss. They finally make the stop after a terrific return, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now for... And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to 3rd down. 3rd down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on 3rd down, I still got that 4th down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the 1st down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team.
Number 13, on to punt it away.
They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Toledo. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the glass bowl.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the 2nd half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the 2nd half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the 1st half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me, too.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Shakes off the defender. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the 2nd half to throw any completions.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Finds the big tight end. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The Rockets want to pick up the tempo.
And after that long completion for the first down. Did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Rockets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The Rockets decide to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Great place to start for this offense. The give on the option. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Rush is on him. He's going to take off. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. And the Rockets are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
At the 17-yard line. 4th down coming up.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Tries to get it on the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Toledo. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pulls them closer. It's 24-10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. They are set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback.
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. This guy is having a truly special day, calling to mind the afternoon that Trey Sermon or Eddie George had, putting up huge numbers.
I mean, that's incredible. Just when you play and you put on that uniform and you know the guys that wore it before you and wore it so well, and you get your name mentioned in those L's and those history books, man, it's a good day.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Can't hang on, is incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to throw. It's Dickens. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got him there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Buck. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll start this drive going to the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to...
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this 2nd half.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got it in the middle, it's Peters. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Rockets moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the 1st down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football.
Powers through the defender. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. On the set. Back to throw. It's Dickens. Plucks it out of the air. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Got his man quickly.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Give to the back. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. The Rockets offense is back on the field. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Bringing the heat. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they do.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Rockets will call on their punt team. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Buckeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The Buckeyes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. He'll go to the sneak.
No gain on the play.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They'll power it inside with the fullback. A little old-school football riding the big fella, and a nice gain on that one.
Yeah, this guy's an athlete, too. He's not just a blocker. You can hand off the ball, and he can go find positive yards. Shows you right there.
The give to the back. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Unloads to the wideout.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Dickens. Pressure coming. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and gone.
The Rockets headed quickly to the line. An
know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
He's got him.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And the Rockets in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Rockets are on the move.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Oh, he's going to remember that one for sure, man. He did a nice job getting outside the pocket, but at that point now, he's got to be on high alert. He knows this defense is going to be coming flying at him. He'll be doing a better job sliding or running out of bounds the next time that happens in this game. I guarantee you that.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Rockets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Peters.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
It's a draw. Running into the open space. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Might as well give it to him again. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the runs.
Touchdown, Rockets! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the game because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt, but this offense will be
turning it on. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front and how good their pass rush has been.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Turns it loose. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. They'll run play action. Throws toward the end zone. And here's the third interception of the night. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. The Rockets offense is back on the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
There he goes. He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at 13. The Rockets come to the line in the hurry-up. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab down the middle. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Got him, and nobody's close. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. And the Rockets are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. It's complete to the right. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34. Looking at a second and short now. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Peters. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? They'll go to work in the air on second down. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Facing third and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Toledo! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They were on the move the last time they had it. Unfortunately, an interception ruined that threat. Now to see if they can put something together and have it pay off in points. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver comes in motion. They go to the ground. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have...
Beck's going for the goal line. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Getting set for the point after. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Looking downfield on 1st down. Going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. It's complete on the right side. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Gonna look downfield again. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Give to the big fullback. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Backed up now, here's second and long. Give to the fullback. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And they're kind of going to their closer now, right? Like they give it to the physical guy that gets downhill, north-south, right away, hard to tackle, falls forward, paving holes, and this is a good opportunity for this offense to keep pounding and try to run that clock out.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
The Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. They're still firing away even with this lead. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could